Welcome to Playa Barragona, Costa Rica. This yoga class was specifically designed to relieve lower back pain and sciatica. Over the next 20 minutes, we'll move through a series of gentle therapeutic yoga poses that are specifically designed to stretch and strengthen the muscles that support the lower back, hips, and legs. These asanas will help to reduce tension and compression in the sciatic nerve, improve circulation, and increase flexibility and balance in the lower back and hips. So, as we move through each pose, focus on your breath and listen to your body. Back off when you need to and dive deep when you can. And remember to work hard and have fun. So grab some water and your mat and let's begin.
Take your practice to the next level with our Boho Beautiful official app, your #1 stop for an entire exclusive library of yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and so much more. Download it today in the App Store.
Welcome, friends. Let's begin today's class seated at the center of our mat on our knees in Hero's Pose, grounding in, closing our eyes and dropping our fingers to either side of our body while we lift our chin, take a deep breath in, and exhale back out, setting an intention of self-compassion for today's practice, giving our body what it needs, what it often asks for, but we're too busy or too distracted to listen and respond. But today, right here, with kindness, we will. All right, let's take a deep breath in, raise our hands up above our head, filling our lungs, placing our palms together, holding the air in as long as we can, and stretching our shoulders and our arms as we reach with our fingertips up towards the sky, and feel your shoulders and your upper body come alive as it activates. As we exhale the air out of our lungs, let's drop our right arm down towards the mat on the right side of our body, push our hip off of our heels, and reach with our left arm over top to the bottom of our mat, opening that side body. If you want to deepen the stretch, imagine your armpit being pushed up towards the sky, and you'll feel it all the way down to your hip flexors, to your psoas. Beautiful. Take a moment here and breathe into the stretch. With each exhale, reach a little further, sink with your hip a little deeper, and open everything up. All right, exhale, neutral. Inhale, drop left hand to mat, take it to the other side, reaching with your right arm to the top of your mat, bringing your right hip off of your heels, down towards the mat below, and reaching once again with your fingertips towards the front, stretching that open side body right there, all the way down to the psoas. This is such a great way to start the practice and to let your body know that you're coming for it with love and compassion, as we often don't. All right, let's add a little bit of motion on your next exhale. Let's come up to neutral and stretch to the other side, rotating with the breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, opposite side, reach. And come back to neutral. Reaching with that left hand over top. Exhale, neutral. Right hand, reach over top. Exhale, neutral. Couple more here. Connecting your movement and the breath. Exhale, neutral. Reaching with that right hand. All right. Coming back to neutral once again. Take a moment here. Check in before we continue. And then pivot onto your knees, facing the top of your mat. Let's drop mindfully back into child's pose, gently bringing your hips down to your heels, reaching with your fingertips to the top of the mat, and bringing your forehead down towards the earth. We're going to inhale and pop forward into upward facing dog, pushing the earth away from your body. We're going to exhale back down to child's pose. That's one. Inhale, come forward, filling up your lungs, opening up your chest, front of the mat. And exhale, falling back down, forward towards the earth in child's. In upward facing dog, lifting up that chin, filling up your lungs, and exhaling into child's pose, connecting motion and breath as we inhale, pushing the earth with the palms of our hands away from the body, and exhale, child's pose. One more time here. Inhale, upward facing dog, beautiful, making it count, and exhale, back to neutral, bringing our left foot to the front of our mat, staying on our right knee. Now we're going to work here into our low lunge, stacking our right knee above our ankle and checking behind us that our leg is in a straight line all the way back to the bottom of the mat. Now you can leave your hands the top of your knee and really push down and feel the psoas right here, opening up and breathing. You can add activation by pushing, or you can just let gravity do the work. Listen to your body, make slight micro adjustments, and follow its lead. Making sure your chest is open, chin is raised, eyes are closed. Beautiful. All right, on your next exhale, let's straighten the knee, bringing our weight back, bringing our hands down, either on top of the leg, top of the shin, fingers on mat, or flat palms, and make our way into single-legged split. Now bend at the hips first, and then if you need to, arch the back to increase your reach, or bend your elbows. But the more you bend at the hips, the more you're going to feel it all the way down in your hamstring and through your entire leg, bringing circulation into the tendons, bringing more blood flow. This is an incredible asana for relieving pain in the lower body. Let's inhale, come forward into low lunge, and add some motion here, lifting our chin. Then when we exhale, we're going to come back, straighten the knee into single-legged split. All right, inhale, low lunge, hands on knee, opening up the chest. And exhale, single-legged split. Inhale, low lunge. There we go. And exhale. Inhale, low lunge, hands on knee, bringing your chest up. There it is. And exhale, let's drop our hands to the right of the left foot and tuck our right toes, lifting our right knee off the mat. Now we're in lunge. We're going to reach with our right arm down to the back of the hamstring, almost the back of the knee towards the calf. That's going to activate a little bit. If it doesn't feel right or feels too awkward, bring both hands back flat onto the mat. But as this stands right here, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, bring in all that you need, and then slowly let it all back out. Wonderful. Our next inhale, windmill that right hand down next to the left hand. Coming into lunge, we're going to roll the left foot onto its side, pushing the knee outwards, and we're going to take some lizard variations here. First, we're going to just do micro circles, keeping our weight on our hands. Rotate the body in little circles using the toe and the leg, trying different weight distributions around the body as the circles happen. See what feels right. See what feels beneficial. Then we're going to reach our left hand to the left side, left corner of the mat, as if we're trying to grab something just out of reach. Then come back to neutral and reach the opposite side with the same hand, left hand to the right corner of the mat now. Exhale back to neutral. And inhale, reach. There we go. Left corner of the mat once again. Back to neutral. And reaching to the right corner once again. Beautiful. Let's come back to neutral. Drop the knee back down onto the mat. And let's take a child's pose here by swinging the left leg back over to match the right leg. And sink our hips back down onto our heels into child's pose, just for a quick counter pose here before we take it to the other side. Take a deep breath in. And when you exhale, right foot, front of the mat, hands on knee, making sure we have a right angle with the leg, knees over ankles, and left leg is straight back down towards the bottom of the mat. Once again, bring yourself up erect, open up the chest. If you want to add a little bit more activation, you can push the back sit bones down towards the earth, or you can just keep your hands on your knee like you did on the other side. Play with it. Different weight distributions in different areas, and feel the signals, the messages your body's going to give you, and respond to them in accordance. Beautiful. On your next exhale, let's straighten the knee, lift the foot off the mat, the right foot, and let's come into single-legged split. Keep your hands on your leg, on your shin, fingers down on the mat, or if you want, you can stay up and keep your hands on your hips, whatever works for you. But remember, if you're bending forward, bend at the hips first, then arch the back, and then close your eyes and try to sink a little deeper with each exhale. Wonderful. All right, on your next inhale, let's bend the knee and come up into low lunge once again, opening that chest to the top of your mat, and exhale down into single-legged split. Beautiful. A little bit of motion and breath here. Inhale, open up the chest, come up into low lunge, and exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale up to low lunge, lifting up the chin, letting gravity pull the hips down, and exhale, single-legged split. Beautiful. Inhale back up, low lunge, opening up the chest, lifting the chin, and exhale, single-legged split. All right, let's find our way into our lizard by tucking the toes of the left foot, lifting that left knee, bringing both hands next to each other, and adding a little bit of motion as we take our left hand and reach to the back of the leg once again, trying to reach for the back of the knee and the back of the calf, adding that extra activation into the stretch. Closing your eyes and just breathing. Beautiful. All right, on your next exhale, let's plant both hands next to each other and roll your right foot onto its side, pushing the knee to the outside of your mat. So lizard variations again, we're going to do the micro circles like we did on the other side, just tiny little circles, round and round in one direction. After 3 or 4, take it around the other direction. Checking out what feels good, listening to your body. All right, we're going to reach with that right hand this time to the right corner of the mat. If there's an apple we're trying to pick and our fingertips are just touching it, we can't seem to grasp it. Reach, reach, reach. Excellent. Exhale back to neutral. We're going to reach across to the left corner of the mat. Same hand, right hand reaching to the left corner across the mat. Keeping those fingers engaged, the arms engaged. All right, exhale back to neutral. Reaching to the right one more time. There we go. Stretching across, keeping that lizard totally active, knee lifted if you can. And let's go across to the other side once again. Okay, back to neutral. Let's drop that left knee down. Bring the right knee back to match it. And we're going to drop quickly into that same counter child's pose, just to say thanks to our entire body for coming back up to neutral. Let's crawl to the front of the mat on our knees and fall back onto our sit bones, bringing our knees to the front of the mat and roll slowly and gently onto our elbows into reclined position. Lifting our right leg up, let's take our right ankle, put it on top of the left knee, being bent, and reach around with both hands behind the back of the knee, back of the leg, and pull towards, finding our reclined pigeon. Now, as you see, I'm going to take my right elbow and push my right knee away from the body, while still simultaneously pulling the left leg closer. That's going to activate the entire glute even more. Find out what works for you, find your breath, and sink into this asana. It will let everything that you need go. All right, let's take it over to the other side, gently placing your left foot back down into neutral. Let's lift it up, place the left foot on top of the right knee, grabbing around the back side of the leg once again behind the knee with our hands, pulling our leg up, lifting our hips off the mat, and activating the stretch even deeper by taking our left elbow and pushing the left knee away from the body, while at the same time continuing to pull the right knee towards the chest. The reclined pigeon is so effective. We hold so much baggage in our glutes. So the more you put into an asana like this, the more it releases. But listen to your body, connect to the breath, and sink into the stillness. All right, to close off this practice, let's come back to neutral, place the bottoms of our feet together, making a diamond with our knees to the outside of the mat, and take your hands with the thumbs on the front of the body, hands behind the leg, right in the crevice of your hips, and place it so that you can push just gently with your hands, the lower half of your body, pushing it away from the upper half of your body. This is a decompression technique to decompress the spine. It's like being on an inversion table, but you're in a reclined position. So gently and mindfully play with different amounts of pressure as you push with your hands. This relieves pressure and tension around the nerves. It can open up the spine, can release the psoas. So much can happen. So listen to your body. If there's any pain, stop, but try to give it what it's looking for. You'll find it. You just have to tune into the frequency. All right. Let's place our hands on our heart, extend our legs, lift our arms up above our heads now, stretching in pencil, pointing the toes, activating all the muscles just for a second here. And as we exhale, let's bring our hands back down and meet, seated, back where this all began, on our knees, the center of our mat. Take a minute to close off. Wonderful. Felt so good. All right, let's take one last connective breath. With a deep inhale, lift your arms up above your head, palms together, fill up those lungs just for a second here, and exhale, slowly and mindfully, dropping them towards your heart. Take a moment here and say thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for making the effort. Thank you for giving back to your body that always gives you so much. It was an honor to be here with you today, sharing this time together. Namaste.
You have the opportunity to look back on the next 3 months of your life At the end of that 3 months, what would have had to have happened for you to look back and consider it a success? You can choose anything you want. What would it be? Would you have lost 5 pounds? Okay, that's the thing. Find a person, any person, even if it's a person on the internet, it would be better if it was in real life, person that's on the internet, and say, hey man, I really want to make a big change in my life. Why don't we do this together? Why don't we be training partners or accountability buddies or whatever? When it comes to cognitively understanding why discomfort's good for you, it's that discomfort is coming for you whether you want to have it or not. There is chosen and unchosen discomfort in life, right? Chosen discomfort are the things that allow you to work on your capacity so that when unchosen discomfort arrives, you're ready for it. You know, you're going to die. One day, the phone is going to ring and it's going to be somebody that you care about. And you're not going to get to speak to them anymore. You're going to be the person that has to deal with their funeral arrangements. You're going to have to be the person that tells their kid. You need to be ready for that. Jordan Peterson says, be the guy that can stand up and give a speech at your father's funeral.
Love that speech.
Yeah.
That was powerful.